Hello everyone, Coach Carol with you once more, and I'm looking at NotebookLM. This is a Google product and it's really useful for various things to do with your writing. The screen you're looking at right now is just at the beginning of my use of NotebookLM for the latest story that I've been writing. It's fantasy fiction. And I've uploaded the manuscript here. It's called Guardian of the Mystical Forest. And I've uploaded it as a PDF. Now I can add notes about it and include all sorts of information that would be useful for the NotebookLM AI guide to help me. But here is where the magic really begins. When you click on Notebook Guide, it gives you a little summary of the manuscript that you've uploaded. And you can see that here on the left-hand side. And then it has some suggested questions about the book. And I think that this would be very useful for students who are studying, say, particular literature. Because it looks to me as though the suggested questions are really giving the student an opportunity to delve deeper into the story itself. The piece that I was really blown away by was this deep dive conversation. At the moment, the two host voices that you'll hear in a moment are in English only, but I suspect that with time, this might grow so that you can make a choice here. So with this particular book, Guardian of the Mystical Forest, I'm looking now for an audio overview of the book. And to do that, I click on the Generate button. And as it says, this may take a few minutes, and so no need to stick around. So I'm going to pause here and come back when it's ready. After a few minutes, the NotebookLM has come back with an audio overview entitled Ebook Fiction. And it's here ready for me to play. So I'm going to play a minute or so of it so that you can understand what it is that it's created here. Let's have a listen to this. It's like a podcast with two AI voices.
Okay, so get this. We're diving into a world
with like opera singing mushrooms
Oh.
and squirrels who are like the fashion icons. Seriously.
Wow.
It's Guardian of the Mystical Forest by Caro. We've got excerpts, mostly early chapters.
Right.
And let me tell you, this book, it's got whimsy in spades.
Yeah.
But also, there's this whole good versus evil plot brewing. I think this is going to be fun.
It's a really cool mix, and it's not just thrown together either. Caro's really good at,
Yeah.
taking these whimsical bits and making them like part of a story that still feels kind of real.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
they didn't just want surface level stuff.
Yeah.
It's like deeper stuff woven in.
I like that. Deeper stuff.
Yeah.
And who better to, unearth it all than you? So where does this all begin?
We start with a hero, of course. It's fantasy, gotta have that.
Right. Arya Draconis is her name. And her family. Let's just say they were a little eccentric.
Oh, I love eccentric families in fantasy, especially when it comes to like legacies and stuff. Tell me more.
Well, Arya, she's from this long line of guardians, right? Their job's protecting the mystical forest from, bad guys who want to steal the magic.
Right.
But they weren't all like noble knights or anything. One of them, I think it was Arya's great-great-aunt or something, apparently fought off a troll invasion with a soup ladle.
Mm-hmm.
And some really harsh etiquette lessons.
Oh my gosh, I need to picture that.
Right.
It's like, how dare you, troll? Your posture is atrocious.
Exactly.
So that's just a little bit of this very fun piece of work that has been produced. And it not only gives an overview of the book, but it talks about the message that's in the book, the kind of story arc that it contains, a little bit more about the characters and the background information that the book reveals about them. And I don't believe that there will be a spoiler. I haven't played this to the end, but I think you'll get the drift of what it's doing for me as a writer. It's giving me someone else's opinion on how they feel about the content of the book, which is a really good piece of encouragement. So how do we get to this point? So let's step back a little bit. I'll just go to the beginning of NotebookLM here, and you'll see that I have a number of projects that I've been having some fun with. And this is the one we've just looked at, the ebook fiction. And then there's one about another piece of fiction called Underland, and this one about the Chronicles of Abacus, and another about my digital downloads. So these are the 4 that I've created. And below are some example notebooks that you can play with that are provided by NotebookLM. And you can go into each of these and have a look at what they've done. So for you to start, you would click on the plus button and create a new notebook. We do that. It will then ask you to upload a source. And in this case, you'll upload a file. So it could be in PDF, text, or it could even be an audio. I've not tried that one. You upload the source, which gives the NotebookLM its knowledge base, if you like, on which it's going to provide for you a summary, an audio overview, and a guide. So just close that out. I'm not actually wanting to create a new notebook at this point. I'll go to another one that I've already done, Underland. And if I go to the notebook guide here, it's similar in layout. Here's the summary of the story that I'm beginning to develop, some suggested questions that I might pose for it. And here is the recording of those same 2 voices giving an overview of this new document. So I'll play just a little bit of that so you can see that it's the same 2 voices that you get each time.
Ever wished you could, like, I don't know, peek inside the minds of some of history's greatest authors?
Oh, absolutely. Like, who?
Okay, well, get this. We're diving into this manuscript, right? And it's got, like, Charles Darwin, Jane Austen.
Okay.
But they're not just characters in this thing. They're explorers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so there's this whole hidden world underneath London called Underland.
So you get the idea. I think this is a wonderful way in which you can not only get an overview of the document that you're working on, whether it be a fiction piece like mine are, or something else. I think you'll find that it's very useful. What to do with the item once it's created, you can download it. Here we go to the 3 dots on the right-hand side, and you download. And it becomes a WAV file, WAV, and you can store that wherever you like. I've stored a couple of these over on my Substack, and I might do a little bit more about sharing these on my blog posts. So it's an easy thing to do to get the completed voice file from your project. So there you have it. There's a brief look at NotebookLM and how you can use it to create a podcast with 2 AI voices. I'll be back again later to share even more developments from this wonderful realm of NotebookLM by Google.